What's happening tonight?
I don't know, Johannes. I thought it was already finished the weekend.
It's already finished? No,
Nearly.
not at all.
Nearly.
So, let me tell you, we've got some guests here tonight. So, let me just take 1 minute to introduce ourselves. This is Kathleen. I'm Johannes. We are organizing Startup Weekends since almost 7 years now.
Yeah, a long time.
Roundabout.
Yeah. Since 2011.
Yeah, since 2011. Yeah. So we're very happy that the Hochschule der Medien hosted Startup Weekend now for the 5th time. Where is Niels, by the way?
He's coming later.
He's coming later.
So,
okay.
but first of all, we want to thank again, and we just maybe move our faces because this is
move
now
our faces. This is not about us. That's right.
It's not. This is the moment we want to say thank you truthfully to the organizing team, to all the people in the blue T-shirts. So please stand up for those who've been part of the organizing team. Everybody, thanks again for the tech team, and give them a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Woo! They made that event happen, not for the first time, as Johannes mentioned, for the 5th time here at Hochschule der Medien. And we are really happy that this is continuing in Stuttgart. Just to make sure, for those who don't have the Wi-Fi password yet, please, it's really simple, as mentioned on Friday. If you use Twitter, who uses Twitter in this room? Who made an account since Friday? Nobody. Marcus did.
I guess we are old, right?
So, mention Startup Weekend Stuttgart when you tweet about this event. Use the hashtag, tweet about the awesomeness of this event just to make sure that everybody else outside this building hears about it and sees about it. So,
as you've noticed, there are some other guys hanging around here in the front. We call them judges, and they will have the key role tonight, besides of you guys pitching your ideas. So please give a hand to our awesome judges.
Please give them a big round of applause.
And may I ask you for just 1 sec to come here in front of me, guys?
Yeah, just stand up for just a minute and introduce yourself, so that everybody knows why you are here. And in the meantime, when they're coming forward, I also want to thank again all the amazing sponsors and partners of the event. You see a few roll-ups here, but I want you guys to give them a big round of applause again for all the amazing sponsors and who made that happen tonight. So thanks again. Big round of applause.
Okay, let's start with Simon. Just 1 second.
Simon.
Hi, I'm Simon from Zoe. We're helping our customers designing digital products.
Good evening, Jens. I'm from Zubli in Strabag, the biggest construction company in Europe, and looking forward to your ideas tonight.
Hi, I'm Felix from Regiohelden, the biggest marketing company in, I don't know, Feuersee. Nice to be here.
Yes, hi, my name is Andreas. I'm the chair of entrepreneurship at the University of Hohenheim and really excited to see what great ideas you have developed over the weekend.
Hi, Marcus from Bräuninger, the fashion guy, you know.
Raymond from the Sweden Automobilhersteller Daimler, and also in charge of Startup Autobahn.
Thank you very much for being here. We're looking forward to hear your judging. Woo!
Okay, please have a seat and get ready. So just to make that absolutely clear, we told you already on Friday, obviously, but for our Sunday evening guests and to make it clear for the jury again, we had criteria. These are the criteria the judges are going to score your ideas. First of all, validation. Did you get out of the building on Saturday? Did you talk to real customers or real potential customers? Yes or no? Let the judges know. What about your execution and design? Did you prepare awesome slides? Did you prepare a logo? Did you even prepare a prototype, a working prototype of your idea? What did you do? Business model. Can you make money? Are your customers, or is your customer base big enough? These are the questions. So please make sure you've got those criteria written down on your sheets, dear judges. And now we're going to start. How pitching works. So each and every team, we've got, how many teams do we've got? 15 teams. They multiplied. Yeah. Give them a hand. Give them a hand. So, yeah, you've got 4 minutes. As always, we've got a timer and a countdown running on this screen. And after 4 minutes, I need you guys. And that's why I need to make sure you did not forget how to clap. So please stand up for 1 second. Please stand up. Okay.
Come on, don't get lazy.
Come on. Get some energy here. Come on, what's wrong with you guys? Okay,
Okay.
after me. Come on, guys. Are you sleeping? Come on. Concentrate yourself, please. Once again, can you see me? Perfect, thanks. I think this will work out now. So, if the timer runs down, I need all and everybody of you here in the room to clap and cheer the hell out of you, okay? Because this will mean that the time is up and the team has to stop. After that, we've got a 2-minute Q&A from our judges. And Kathleen will announce the first 3 or 4 teams now.
The
who's gonna
teams,
pitch.
yes. So we didn't tell you your number or like where you are supposed to pitch on purpose, because we want you all to be all ears, obviously, with the teams. And the organizing team is just running to get me a list as well, so I know who's pitching when. But I will announce like 1 per 1. So the first team which will pitch now, I will announce in a second, and I will also tell you the second team, so you can prepare mentally. And then when the second team pitches, I announce the third, you know the deal, okay? And what you can do when we do the question and answering session is that the next team already comes forward and plugs in their laptop. Just that we don't lose too much time because we have 15 teams. It's going to be a bit of a long evening for pitching, but please be respectfully with everyone and don't talk too loudly, obviously, with the pitches. And I think now my list is coming as well, which is amazing. Thanks again to Tim! Thank you. By the way, Tim has been part of this organizing team since nearly forever as well. So he's one of the guys who knows what's happening. And it's amazing to see how this event improved all over the years with the experience Hadi has as well. So thanks again to everyone. But now everybody is waiting for the first pitch, obviously. So the first team, please, coming forward is Mega Make Einkauf Great Again. Give them a big round of applause. Yes, so we changed the laptop now. We did a tech check, so it should work out. Second team, which can already prepare, is the budgeting app. It was like the pigs. What's your name now? What was the, let's. What was it? When pigs fly. When pigs fly. So, just that the judges are not too surprised. Okay. So, Sylvie, do pitch. Yeah, I know. But for the judges. So you get the mic already?
Test. I have to eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Schön in die Mitte stellen.
Yes, go to the middle. I do. Don't fall.
Okay, guys, silence! The first pitch of Startup Weekend Stuttgart 2017. Give it up for Sylvie!
So, hi, I'm Sylvie and we are Consultant Select. Let me show what we learned in the last years. Departments search for consultants and they try to avoid to work with the purchasing department because they make it slow and difficult. So they take the matters on their own hand. Purchasing wants to have the best value for money for the company. But they don't get involved, and in this way, the companies lost a lot of potential, revenue potential, and the potential to get more or better consultancy for money in this way. And there's a word for it, how it's called, this way to purchase consultancy, and it's called wild purchase. It means you purchase without the central purchasing department. Around about 2 million projects are sold each year, only management consulting projects. And we don't know the number, but there are a lot of projects that are sold without or purchased without the central purchasing department. And we want to solve this problem with our software, Consultant Select. Consultant Select is a software as a service for purchasers of mid-sized companies that puts purchasing and departments together on one virtual table. Let me show how the software works in 3 easy phases. The 3 phases are clarify and invite, track and score, match and connect. To get one step deeper, I can show you the interface. What does that mean? For example, for the tracking part, it's as easy as tracking a parcel when you want to track the progress of the purchasing of a consultant. That means you see the different consultancies and you see which one has already submitted its proposal and which is not. So that lowers the fear of the departments to lose their favorite consultancy in their way, and it makes the process much faster. Another idea or another screenshot. While the consultancies do their pitches, you can do real-time evaluation via a tablet app. So that makes the process really attractive for the departments to work together with the central purchasing, and it makes it much faster. And another thing is, our software proposes automated comparisons of the consultant proposals. That means it's much faster. It's of course only a first suggest. You can adapt it, and of course you can adapt the criteria to your own needs. So if you have another criteria set in your company, you can change it and the software will adapt to it. What is our business model behind it? Our business model of Consultant Select bases on pilot customers, which we need to customize the solution that really fits to their needs. To widen our customer bases, we focus on conferences, like purchase conferences, and on social media like Xing and LinkedIn to get new contacts. But to get really the projects into the software, we need, or we offer hands-on support to describe the projects and in our software. For consultants, it's free to apply on a first hand. So. But later on, we need some money for our business, and therefore, they will be happy to pay us a little success fee at the end, if they get the job. So we calculated.
Thank you very much, Sylvie. Time is up. Sorry, 4 minutes is short. I know.
Thank you.
And now it's time for the judges' questions. So we have one mic, and you just give it around for whoever wants to start. Who has a question? Yes, Andreas. go forward.
Yes, thank you. Great presentation.
Yeah.
I would love to hear a little bit about the critical mass that you need to make this work, because probably need two critical masses, like enough consultants and enough projects. So what's your plan to actually achieve that?
Our plan is to, first of all, have the pilot customers and to acquire further projects by really helping them to get the projects in our platform. And on the other hand, we want to web crawl information about consultancies that is available. So the consultancies don't have to do anything on the first hand, but when they want to apply, they have to come into action, and then we offer them the projects that are already in our platform to apply on them.
Okay.
So we got away over the purchasers. This is our target group, and we get the consultancies afterwards.
What would help your idea and what would kill your idea?
Oh, good question. Maybe we went into it a little optimistic, but a killer would be, of course, if they say, a really big problem could be that at the end, we work with a fee, a success fee at the end, and it takes a very long time, or it could take a very long time until the success fee is, has to be paid. So maybe it is too long for us to stay in the process and to see if they really pay us the success fee at the end. Maybe we lose them in the process of contracting.
Okay, then give it up for Sylvie and her team again.
Thank you, thank you.
So, and next team up, they are already prepared, so please come into the middle, is the budgeting app, or When Pigs Fly. The third team, already being able to prepare yourself, is InnoTask. So, third pitch will be InnoTask. Just be ready in a second when they have pitched. You can come forward and plug in your laptop. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
When Pigs Fly. So give it up for our second pitch, the budgeting app, or When Pigs Fly.
Hi. So first I'd like to start. Could all the students in here raise their hand for a second? Who of you has a desire to travel? Okay. And who here of those students has an unlimited budget to travel? No one. See, that's the problem. There are so many customers lost now for a travel agency. So if we look at the traveling age and the variable factors that decide if you go to travel, you can see that students don't have money enough, but they do have the energy and the time. And then if we go further, the working class, they already have money and energy, but they don't have the time anymore. And then if you stopped working, you have the time and the money, but you don't have the energy anymore. And we cannot change time or energy, but we can change this variable, which is the money side of the students. So what we want to do is create a budgeting app to make sure that the students could save. So the relief would be this, or prototype. The first 3 images show a normal budgeting app that just categorizes all your expenses and gives a clear overview over where your money goes to. And then if we go on to the 4th one, you can see that we wanted to add gamification to the process, because just budgeting is just boring and takes a lot of time. And if you already get around, why would you ever do it? So by adding the goal of traveling, you create more motivation. Also, we would add to the expenses side, if you would tap on the food bar, which is not working yet, but this is a prototype, you could see that 25% goes to your food, but you could also see that other users that have the same budget as you, so your peers, that they, for example, only waste 20% of their budget on food. So it would create a motivation to attain that goal. So you would start saving more because you see that it is possible. Also, the goals, they could change. So, for example, this person wants to travel to Dubai, so they fill in their location Dubai, and we calculate how long it would take them with their set limits to reach their goal. But in the meanwhile, there could be an awesome deal to go to Vietnam. So by partnering up with a travel agency that gives us the best deals, we can already tell them they could go somewhere and fill in their last flights. So if we want to motivate students and give a new target audience to the travel agency, this budget app would be perfect. Also, to gain another revenue, we would build a premium version of this app, because all of this is free for now. But the last image shows a sort of advice function to the app. That would be our part in this thing, to give you advice on how to save money with cheap recipes, and to tell you which supermarket is currently the cheapest, to offer vacancies for student jobs and everything else. So the business model would exist out of revenues of the premium users and of the travel agencies that would pay us because we give them a whole new audience that couldn't afford traveling before. And then the only problem we would have is to make it legal to use the banking information of the students. But we've already researched that there are a lot of budgeting apps that already use your banking info without consulting the bank for it. So the name "When Pigs Fly" is actually an English expression which means it's really impossible. So if I would say I will... Oh,
thank you. Thank you very much for this pitch. So the whole team can come forward, obviously, for the judges' questions. You have 2 minutes. Who wants to start from the judges? And InnoTask can already come forward. Yeah, Simon?
Thank you very much. So what is your main USP over having existing platforms for comparing prices for traveling?
I'm sorry?
What's the main USP you have over comparing platforms for traveling?
We would offer, like, we're combining ourselves with traveling agencies. So by giving them a whole new platform of people to go and give them money to go on holiday, they would give us super deals in exchange. So, okay, hey, look, we have this, which has been discounted already because we need to fill the flight and it's in a week. We'll make it cheaper so your students just buy it straight away and we don't have to worry about it anymore. So that is our perk over a regular budgeting app and a regular traveling app, is that we can tell them immediately, you're saving and you can afford this deal because you told us how much you have saved for it. But if they want to stay saving for their main goal, they can continue to save for that.
Yeah. And the bar that says, like, for example, Vietnam, it would update regularly. So if they come up to us and say, like, we have to fill this for Vietnam, we just send all the users that already have the budget that travel advice. So yeah, that would be it.
In terms of market research, are there other apps available like this? Student apps?
Yeah. Yeah, there are budgeting apps out there, but we haven't found any that include the traveling bonus.
Okay.
Any further questions? Yes, Mike over here.
I want to ask, if you raise your hand, who here would use this app?
Thank you.
Any further questions? Okay, then give it up again for Team When Pigs Fly! Yeah. Okay, so next up is InnoTask. They already preparing themselves. And after that, Karma Plus will pitch. They might have changed their name. I'm not sure, Volunteering, right? Okay, perfect. But just to make sure that we all have all teams. Okay, so who needs my mic as well? There you go.
Kenji, kannst du es ein bisschen drehen? Den Slime ein bisschen drehen. Und ein bisschen hoch.
So, give it up for InnoTask!
Okay, so hi, we're InnoTask, Playful Innovations. So let's start with a customer. This is David, and David works for the VVS here in Stuttgart. They have about 100 employees with all kinds of different skills. So David asked himself, hey, how can I bring innovation into my company? How can I make them interact with each other? And how can I change the lack of innovation here? So we did some research on innovation and HR, and we found out, hey, the more fun work is, the more they interact with each other, the more innovative they are. So our solution would be, we give you a customized game that helps you connect employees and creates new innovations from that. So let's take a look back to David, and David is going online on innotask.com, and he fills out a quick, short questionnaire that helps us come up with a customized game for him to solve his problems. After it, we connect with him, we contact him, and we come up with a customized game, and we provide all of his employees with the login data so they can log in, set up their profiles, and we can start. So let's take a look at the game. The task would be, in 2025, the trains don't work anymore due to climate change, so how can we prevent this? It's divided into 3 days. Day 1 would be team building, then after a paid lunch by the company, it would be a prospect of the following days, and day 2, as you can see, is ideation. They upload their ideations or their ideas onto the platform, and then they prototype a persona, come up with a concept, and pitch it to David and then the employees.
Hi, I'm Philip, and I work at VVS. When we first used the app, we met up as a new team, and we selected a profile picture and a really cool name. It was really, really fun to work on new ideas because we always got new tasks in the task hub, and we could always see the progression and where we are and with deadlines. It was really fun after creating ideas and uploading them, also to vote on the ideas of other groups. We just did this by swiping, and as you can see, I got an achievement just for swiping. How cool is that? And it not only made me happy with the achievement, but it made my boss, David, happy.
So speaking of David, he's happy now because we got a solution for him. And he was really thriving from the innovative ideas from his employees, and they, in advance, get for the best idea, they got a prize that David paid for. They could interact with each other, feel better, be more innovative at the work. So, but there is no single David, there are more Davids here, because there are over 10,000 small and medium-sized companies here in Stuttgart, alone in Stuttgart. And then there's an annual revenue or market volume we could share of over 600 million euros. Competitor review shows, hey, there are no real competitors because this is really innovative, and there are only project management tools that are very functional. This is our product rollout, divided into 3 phases. And as you can see, first of all, we spent a lot of money in developing it. And then in the second, after a beta phase, we start on working with marketing. And in the third phase, we're going to work on, hey, this is our customer, we're going to customize the games, and then we compensate our costs. The revenue models, as you can see, are divided into bronze, silver, gold. And the bronze is really the basic. You start with the game, we help you find new ideas, and then on gold level, you have a personal trainer who gives you some insights on the events itself after on the third day where you pitch, and we take care of your catering. So let's start right now. We got some vouchers for the jury and also some of the employees. Go online.
For InnoTask. All right, sure. Don't disappear. Please come up. First question from the jury. Who wants?
Why do the companies need your software? Why do they just do it by themselves?
Well, I think, first of all, many companies, they don't have the insights that we gathered over the weekend, also beforehand. And maybe they are way too structured, or maybe they're really rigid in their plannings and also in developing their employees. And as you can see, David has over 100 employees. They don't know everything about them. So they really need something playful, fun to extract the ideas.
Further questions? Yes, just hand the mic.
The price, like 3,000 euros for the bronze, what does it include? I mean, how many users, or what's the size of that? You said also include catering, so how are you going to make money if you feed people?
Yeah, so the 3,000 euros would, as you said, it'd be for one customized game. And we thought about, for David, maybe some of the employees have to work, so let's start with 30 employees. So 30 employees, 3,000 euros. I think that's very viable and also, yeah, very cheap.
Well, it seems in the third phase you really want to scale. But then you have those, well, I feel that you have to need, that you take personally care of your customers. So you're consulting with them, you're teaching them and so on. So how do you actually treat this? So how much effort will one customer mean for you?
I don't know if I'm the only one answering, okay. So we've come up with a plan to come up on the website. This is one of the focus centerpieces of marketing. We would like to include chatbot and also social a help desk for people if they have any needs, urges, or any questions. They always could
Thank
start
you
off
very
with that.
much, Team InnoTask. All right, judges writing down their verdicts. Next up is Volunteering, which used to be called Karma Plus. So please grab this mic, guys. And after the Volunteering, there will be affiliate books pitching. So you can already prepare yourself. Who is speaking?
Yeah, us two. The two of us.
Okay, so you get my mic as well.
Thanks.
You ready?
Yep. Can I?
Okay, give it up for Volunteering!
Okay, guys, let's start with the question, do you volunteer?
Zurzeit nicht, leider.
Also ehrenamtlich nicht. Man muss ganz viel Aufwand betreiben.
Ich habe zu wenig Zeit dafür.
Und es unattraktiv wird.
Auf jeden Fall hätte ich Lust, mich sozial zu engagieren.
Also wenn ich dafür Zeit hätte, auf jeden Fall. Ich fände es total cool, wenn sich mehr Menschen einbringen würden. Wenn es kurzfristig geht und es nicht regelmäßig ist, würde ich es auch öfter machen.
So eine App, wo man sich sozial flexibel engagieren kann.
So, as you've just seen, there are a lot of people out there who actually want to be a volunteer, but they all have a main problem. They don't want to commit long-term to a project, and they have no compact overview of the offers. But that's just one part. On the other hand, there are a lot of institutions out there who are desperately in need for volunteers themselves. That's not just a statement of us, we also validated this with the research of Professor Eichsteller, who told us that they actually need a digital touch point to get in touch with people who want to volunteer. And we developed an app called Volunteero, who wants to meet those problems. We want to solve them through connecting people who want to help, who are motivated to help, with a platform that offers all the jobs of social institutions that actually fit to them.
And I'm one of those motivated people. And I'm using the app. I just get into the app, log in, and it's not working, sorry. Now it's working. And I'm just logging in, and I have all the overview of every potential project I can join in. I can filter through time, location, and category. And if I find something interesting, I just click on it. And if I have further information over there, and if I want to join, I just click the button here, and let's start. But another feature the app has, which is really cool, is the account, which keeps track of your social engagement. And as you can see, I already did quite a few things. Now, the market research. We found out it's not only me, it's 9 out of 10 people who want to get engaged socially. And this found out the non-profit organization study. And we also found out that there are 7 potential partners who could put up projects and, those social organizations who could put up projects on our app. Then we found out that over 5 potential financial sources, like foundations, can support us with money. And also accelerator programs could support us with working space and coaching. And there are 2 competitors, Go Volunteer and Better Place, but they don't have a mobile application. They don't have additional incentives like we do, because we have a certificate download. If you want to pimp your CV, you can download a certificate on the app,
and put it into your CV for job applications. And they do not have time specification, so they don't have the chance to filter the projects. And in long term, we want to have a premium business model, so the organizations can put up to 3 projects, and if they want to put up more on our platform, they have to pay. So, if you want to get involved, be a volunteer, just scan our QR code and you can register on our site, which is already online. Thank you.
Okay, the whole team can come up and we start with the questions. Who wants to ask the first question? Our judges are a bit shy tonight. What's happening?
Great presentation, thanks. But you're not going to be a non-profit, right? Because you talk about freemium model.
Well, first of all, we are a social institution. We are kind of non-profit. So our main goal is to rely on foundations. So our main goal is not to make profit, but maybe Simon can add to that.
Yeah, we'll get it off the ground with the funding and the institution you saw, and then once we're an established platform, switch to the freemium business model.
More questions, Simon?
So how are you going to advertise your platform?
So first of all, we need social media to make it popular, and of course we also want to go into universities. Like we go into the places where the students are, because we found out that a lot of students want to engage, because it's good for their CV, because they have the need and they really want to do it, but they just have no time to do it on a long-term basis. Yeah.
Any further questions?
With the CV, at what point, who publishes the CV? I mean, you say you can download it, but so for 1 hour somebody just can download the CV saying that he did something, or at what point?
You don't download the CV. You remember the profile section with the points you get? Depending on those points, there was a certificate button on the top right corner, and you download a certificate and you attach it to the CV. So you got your own separate CV. We're not printing a CV, we're just printing a certificate certifying you actually did those 100, 200, 300 hours of social work.
Okay, give it up for Team Volunteero! Thank you very much. So don't forget your laptop. Next up is affiliate books, so you can already grab the microphone. And the next team afterwards can already prepare, which will be Innovator for Rent. Okay? You need more mics? Please always try to stand in the middle of the stage so everybody can see you very well. Give it up for affiliate books!
Hi guys. So let's start with a quick question. Who of you buys books? Okay. And who of you buys books online? Yeah, that's what just we thought of. So let's just introduce Emma and Isabel to you.
This is Emma. Emma is 56 years old. She is a bookseller in the sweet little bookshop on the corner. It's Christmas time.
15 years ago. Today.
Where did Emma's customers go?
How can I persuade online shoppers to buy from me?
At the very same time. This is Isabel. And this is her son Tim. Tim is asleep and Isabel has only 30 minutes to order the perfect present for her Aunt Betty.
How on earth am I supposed to decide?
2 people, 2 problems, and 1 solution. But how does this work? Step 1. Isabel goes to www.affilibooks.com. Step 2. She answers 3 basic questions about what she's looking for. Step 3. She chooses her preferred method of communication. Click. Step 4. Based on her answers, she is getting matched up with one of her experts, Andy. Step 5. They chat and Andy finds the perfect book for Isabel. Step 6. Andy suggests Emma's webshop. Click. Step 7. Isabel buys her book directly from Emma. And now everyone is happy.
Okay, so Emma and Isabel are not the only ones with these problems. And yesterday we went out to bookshops and to the street and asked people. We asked readers and booksellers, and these are the statements in a nutshell.
I'm losing customers due to increased online purchases. Also, I have a web shop too, but nobody knows about.
Yeah. I shop online because I'm super busy. It's just convenient, but sometimes it gets confusing. There's just too many options, and that's when I need the help from an expert.
And that's why we created Affilibooks, to offer professional and personal advice on the internet. We connect local booksellers with the online world through affiliate links.
Yeah, that's basically all you need to know about Affilibooks for now. Thanks for your time, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you very much, Affilibooks. Any questions from the judges? And Innovator for Rent can come already up to plug in their laptop. Felix.
Why isn't this just a feature of Amazon?
Because Amazon doesn't need the money. Amazon has enough money on their own.
They like money.
And yeah, sure, but
they want Isabel's money.
yeah, but local booksellers need the support or need the customers who buy online.
And they like money too.
Yeah.
Further questions?
How are you going to make money? You like money?
Sure. Yeah, we make money through the affiliate links because we get provision for the books we sell, and also we cooperate with publishing houses and yeah, advertising, of course. Yeah.
Well, I trust in the idea as long as the recommendations I get from Amazon are as bad as they are, yeah? Because all of this artificial intelligence obviously doesn't seem to work, so there's space for a human being in there. But for how long? So what are you going to do if the algorithms of Amazon are a little bit more reliable or interesting?
You still don't have a real person to ask on Amazon, and that is what you have on Affilibooks. There is a real expert, a real person behind it that you can talk with. So.
Yeah, so it's basically you go into a bookshop and you get advice from a very professional bookseller, and it's basically the same thing online. You don't have to go outside, you don't have to put on your jacket, I don't know, you have only 30 minutes, but you get the same interaction.
But do you think the very small affiliate fee could pay your expert? I mean,
yes.
For example, a 50 euro book is less than €5.
Yes, we know, and that's why we created this as a service, basically. Of course, we would like to make money off of it.
Time is unfortunately up. Thank you very much, Team Affilibooks. And while the judges are scribbling down their comments and points for the team, Team Innovator for Rent is already ready. The mic, please go in the middle on the stage, kind of, so everybody sees you. After Innovator for Rent, Team Talent Coach can already prepare. So, you got the short one. There you go.
That's better, thanks.
So where's Team Talent Coach? Okay, good. So not now, but when the questioning thingy is happening. Okay, so give it up for Innovator for Rent.
So, hi everyone, I'm Maurizio. As you know, more and more small and medium-sized businesses try to do innovation projects. On the one hand, like it's hip to act and work like a startup. But on the other hand, some really feel the fear of being disrupted by smaller and more innovative competitors. But there's one major problem. Like, they don't really have the right people within their organization and also not the right company culture to execute successfully on those innovation projects. Nowadays, there are basically 4 main solutions to approach an innovative project. You can hire traditional consultants, but they are very expensive and they also don't have this innovative mindset. You can hire agencies and service providers, but then you're kind of dependent on them and lose control, and it doesn't help you on the long run. You can work with your in-house consultants, but they kind of have an organizational blindness, so that's also not the best approach. And like building innovative teams on your own, that's also really hard to achieve. So what if there was a platform matching small and medium-sized businesses with entrepreneurs with a proven track record, who have done this before? Like those entrepreneurs then add the much-needed entrepreneurial spirit to the project, and they also have the execution experience because they've built something like this on their own from scratch. Well, actually, there is such a platform. With InnovatorsForRent.co, this is a two-sided platform where we match small and medium-sized businesses with the suitable entrepreneurs to support them on their innovation projects. They do consulting, but they also really go in those teams and support them operationally. As an innovator, you can go to our platform and fill out a survey about what you have achieved by now, how you can add value to innovative projects, and state your specific skill set. As a small and medium-sized business, you can either choose one of our predefined packages, you can customize them, or you can even build a project team out of your own. What we then do is we translate the requirements of the small and medium-sized businesses and find the absolute best fitting innovators to support them. The market of this is really big. In 2015 alone, 36 billion euros were spent by small and medium-sized businesses in Germany alone for innovation projects. If only 10% of those, which is pessimistic, work together with external partners, that's 3.6 billion still. And if 1 out of 1,000 euros is spent for us, that's 3.6 million euros left, where we take a commission of 18%. 18. So, who are we? We are a team of 5 entrepreneurial-minded students, and we know both sides. We work at those companies and know exactly what they need, but we also have an extensive network in whole Germany, and where we can find those entrepreneurs and bring them together with the SMBs. What have we achieved by now? We already have 10 innovators registered on our platform, and we've also talked to the other side. We've talked to the SMBs. And all three we have talked to showed interest in this approach and would be willing to spend 50 to 100,000 to work together with entrepreneurs. And in the future, the approach is also scalable. We can also do students for rent. We can
Thank you very much, Innovator for
So
Rent.
register today.
Time is up. So please, the whole team can come up for the question round, and Team Talent Coach can already come up and plug in their laptop. So first question.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I can imagine why an SME actually should use this, but I'm not convinced that innovators really dig into that. You said 10 are already on the platform, so what are the reasons why they actually consider your offer interesting? Well, it's a rare breed. They have so many opportunities.
Right, but they also get something out of this. They get experience in working on those projects, And they can also sometimes build cooperations out of this. Like sometimes the corporate or the SME could be one of their potential customers, so they can build a relationship that way. And they earn money because entrepreneurs always need money. They're short on money, they're also short on time, but they're even short on money. So that's how they earn experience, earn money, and build potential relationships for the future.
Further questions?
So thank you very much. We saw prices for the people you're matching on your platform. How are you going to make money?
Maybe Alisa can answer that.
So we want to make money with a fee. So we take a fee of 18% of the prices you see. They're included in the prices, of course. So yeah, that's how we want to make money, right?
One more question. You had these offers ranging from about 1,000 euros to 200,000 euros. And you said that you validated your ideas with the SMEs. So what were they actually interested in? Were they interested in the 1,000 euros or the 200,000 euros?
It was somehow in between. Like, as I said, those were like projects with 50,000 to 100,000 euros. So it would be like 2 entrepreneurs for 3, 4, 5, 6 months to go in their team.
Thank you very much, Team Innovator for Rent. Time is up. And please don't forget your laptop. Otherwise, I'll just take it home with me. Okay, next up is Team Melio now, right? It's talent coach on the judge's paper. So please grab your mic. You need 2 mics? Yeah. Okay, just a second. So after this, okay.
It's fine. It's okay.
As you wish. So after that, Team UXE is pitching. Where are they? UXE? Okay. Yeah. Ah, yeah. There they are. Okay, so give it up for Team Melio.
Schön in the middle.
Hi, good evening. We are Elisa and Elena, and we'd like to present to you Melio, a platform where you can grow your mind, improve your skills, and share them in a community. So, it all started with a problem. This is Cindy. She wants to learn so many different things. She has many fields of interest. She's really passionate, and she really wants to find her passion. So, this is the solution. This is melio.com. Let's check it out. Melio is a community where you can share your knowledge and your passion. You can either register as a coach, find courses as a student, or log in to the community. Here in the search bar, you can find everything you basically want. So, we went out to our potential customers, which are in between 20 and 40 years, and are interested in technology and personal growth. And based on that, we asked what their favorite categories would be. So, we came up with sport, travel, technical skills, cooking, creative skills, and other crazy stuff like brewing beer, for example. There's as well a personal recommendation just for you. Let's go back to Cindy. She's really interested in having a ballet class. So, here she has the possibility to meet Coach Emilia. This is Emilia Bennett. You can here navigate to her home. She has some preferences. For example, she's not doing online teaching or individual chatting. She provides a personal space and she's happy to meet up somewhere, but she's not doing group teaching. If you're happy with that, you can choose like a personal appointment within her calendar. Here she's written some more information about her ballet lessons, and you can see the price, which is in this case €38 per hour. If you're still unsure, you can have a look at Emilia's rating, which is done by other previous students. Okay.
So, but how can we make money with this complete project?
So first of all, we would like to show you on how to make money. We've got two different pricing models. The first pricing model is the regular user. We make money with our coaches and experts. So first of all, they can pay us a 50% commission on every course that is booked. Or secondly, if we have the heavy user, they have to pay us 10% on every course and 100 euros. Which we use because we want to grow and we want to enhance our teachers and experts to prevent even more courses for us. Then secondly, how do we acquire our customers? We want to acquire our customers according to the technology adaptation process. So first of all, here we've got the innovators. The innovators we get through promoting within friends, family, and local groups. Then secondly, we've got the SEO. Therefore, we would like to target the early adopters. Then social media marketing for the early majority, and SEO for the late majority. But how can we scale our model? So we want to scale our model through students, coaches, courses, and the book courses. As you see, within the first 6 months, we have a lot of profit. Then the fourth point is, what about the competitors? So we have online and offline competitors. But why should our customers choose us and not those people? So let's go back to Cindy. Cindy chose us because we combine online and offline coaching. We use personal interaction, we are easy accessible, we have a broad knowledge and passion sharing, and we've got you, we've got the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Melio. Ich muss ganz kurz hier das Kabel. Okay, questions from the judges.
How do you prevent the users from going around the platform so that they don't have to pay commissions?
Well, I think this is the thing that we cannot really prevent, but we want to build a community up with them. So it's like just Airbnb. Like I can write them as well and book it around, but we don't want them to do it. So I think it's like up to the user to do it. Airbnb has the same problem, I guess.
But then it's also like they could get the safety of the money, that they would get the money on their bank account through the website, and that someone wouldn't pay it.
Further questions?
So why are you asking the client to pay and not the people who are offering something?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
You're asking the customer who's booking a course to pay whatever, the 15% or 18%?
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's the coach. And because like the customer is paying like 120 euros, for example, and then you have the 10% commission, which the coach has to pay.
Further questions? No? Okay, then give it up for Team Melio again. Thank you very much. So please don't forget your laptop. So next up is Team UXE. You can grab the mic already. And afterwards, we're going to hear the pitch of the female company. Where are they? The female company? Yes. So just you can already be prepared to come over in 4 minutes and to plug in your laptop. Okay, please give it up for Team UXE.
All right, guys, we are at the Startup Weekend, and why are we here? We like to follow our dreams, and we like to connect us with like-minded people. So, who of you already connected with someone out of your team today, or basically during the whole weekend, like Xing or LinkedIn? And who would have liked to connect with more than that, more than just 2 or 3 people?
Come on, that should be everyone. We know that.
So we like to connect due to the event, but
yeah, can you please make the next slide? Thanks. So there's a problem. We made a survey for 35 people, and the issue was, one main issue was, we want to connect with many, and with interesting people. You don't want to connect with anyone, you want to connect with a special person. For example, you want to connect probably with a fashion person. Or, yeah, also we found out that the event type wasn't that startup. Making a startup is amazing, don't get me wrong. It's also an interest, right? But we want that to connect with people, right? But yeah, we didn't find a solution for these people directly that works for us, so we also get a little bit of money, but with event organizers, because they are able to solve this problem. So with fully, what is their problem? Have fully booked events. Good. So what is our solution? Our solution is a messenger website. Why a website? Because, let's be honest, who wants to download an app? If it's like just for one time, one event, you don't want to download an app, you want a website, you can chat there, and that's all. Good. Then it's branded, so you can customize it completely, like that it looks nicely like your event. And first it has also 4 main functions. So the main function, the first main function is of course the messenger. You see there people who are online, the first one, or then next you see the interests that you have. You can put of course all of them in, and you see which people of the event have also your interests. For example, design is the most liked interested here. And then, of course, it's the validation of the ticket. Because why would you go to the app in other ways? You need to have that for the ticket. You show the QR code. Yeah, and the last one, of course, the account with all your details, your Facebook, your Instagram, that you can connect afterwards. Good. So what is the target group? Organizers 14 to 50, participants 18 to 65. Location is, of course, every event. Risk, fast followers, further please. Fast followers, no adoption, and competition. Good, next.
So that's why we have the vision to create a hi-fi prototype and to also adapt a live event information so that you directly get this presentation or other presentations for your information. So just remember, we are UXE, we are user experience events, and even if your startup doesn't even last for the next 10 days, your network will. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team UXE. Now we have the questions from the judges. Who wants to start?
Sorry, did I miss the business model? I mean, what's the earning model on this?
Our earning model is packages. We want to have packages, so from 0 to 100 participants, you pay €100. And for 100 to 1,000, for example, you pay 500, and from 1,000 to 10,000, you pay more. Yeah.
So it's B2B. So the person who organizes the event pays.
Yes, the event organizer. Okay. Yeah. Other questions?
Do you see any risks in existing platforms like Xing, LinkedIn, or so on that also organizes or having events on their platform and also know people?
Definitely, but interest is key. You see also in Xing, always interests are at the bottom of the page. Let's be honest, but what is the thing? Okay, you like UX design, that's why you are on the event. But the main thing that's really important to you is meeting a person that has the same interest than you. Because it's cool that he likes design, but does he also like soccer? I love soccer, you love soccer, that's a good connection point. We want to bring that in focus, the interest of people. That's why we are UX event.
Further questions? Yeah, for Markus over here.
So you chose the website instead of the app. Don't you think you need the direct access, for example, for GPS and photo app and stuff, which you can more easily reach by an app?
It's definitely a good point. We weighed also the pros and cons, but really it's just for one event. Maybe a follow-up event, of course, but you're very much less likely to download an app than go to the website. We have a QR code on the website. You can just, you know, you don't need like a photograph straight in there, make a photos or something. So
Thank you very much, Team UXE.
thank you.
Thank you. Oops. Okay, next up is the Fema company, and you're gonna get the second mic as well. But afterwards, it's gonna be Healthy, the vending machine. Where's Team Healthy? Okay, perfect. So, everybody ready? Then the team is going to pitch in German, by the way. So give it up for the Fema company!
Hey, ich bin Anni. Und ich bin Sinja. Und zusammen sind wir The Female Company. Wir wollen alle Männer heute im Raum mal abholen und ihnen erzählen, wie es ist, in einem Frauenkörper zu stecken, wenn man seine Periode hat. Szene 1.
Dieser Moment, wenn du an der Kasse stehst und das Big Pack super saugende Riesentampons kaufst. Szene 2.
Du stehst vorm Regal und es gibt nur eine Größe pro Packung. Dabei sieht der Verlauf deiner Periode so aus. Du brauchst also mehrere. Die meisten Frauen, die wir gefragt haben, nutzen eine Größe, um den gesamten Verlauf abzudecken, was sowohl aus gesundheitlichen als auch ökologischen Gründen totaler Schwachsinn ist. Und deswegen bieten wir eine Lösung, und zwar Deutschlands ersten Periodendesigner.
Genau, auf unserer Website können sich Frauen sexy Designboxen aussuchen, die wir gemeinsam mit jungen Künstlerinnen gestalten werden. Dabei gibt es einmal eine Aufbewahrungsbox für das Badezimmer zu Hause und einmal eine Box für unterwegs, da wir herausgefunden haben, dass über 50% der Frauen sagen, sobald ich die gekauft habe, bei regulären Tamponverpackungen, die nicht wieder verschließbar sind, fliegen die Tampons einfach nur so überall herum in der Tasche. Genau, gefüllt werden die Boxen mit Tampons aus 100% zertifizierter Bio-Baumwolle, da wir ja nur das Beste für uns wollen. Genau, das Ganze gibt es dann angeboten in einem Community-Model, da wir die Kundinnen ja langfristig immer wieder glücklich machen wollen, immer wieder die Boxen regelmäßig und diskret auffüllen wollen. Das heißt, es gibt ein Abo-Modell, in dem die Frauen die Produkte verpackungsfrei alle 3 Monate geschickt bekommen. So, in Schritt 1 kann man sich das Design dann aussuchen, das ins Bad passt oder eben gerade der persönlichen Laune. Und in Schritt 2 gibt es dann eben die Größenkonfiguration angepasst an den eigenen Periodenverlauf und Zyklus.
Auf dem Markt sieht es bisher ziemlich genial für uns aus. In den USA gibt es ein paar Tampon-Abo-Modell-Anbieter, die auch ziemlich erfolgreich sind. In Deutschland bisher noch gar nicht. Wir haben natürlich OB und die Eigenmarken als Konkurrenten, die sich aber eben nicht auf ein Lifestyle-Produkt, wie wir alle wissen, fokussieren. Und alle Bio-Tampons gibt es bisher nur in Online-Specialty-Apotheken, Shops. Wir haben uns überlegt, wen wir quasi zu uns konvertieren könnten. Und das sind 3 Zielgruppen, nämlich einmal die kleinen Girls, die ihre Periode zum ersten Mal haben, die von ihrer Mutter die Empfehlungen bekommen. Zweitens die Berufseinsteiger, die eine erste Wohnung haben, die jetzt Geld zur Verfügung haben, die in Richtung Bio umdenken und mehr Geld ausgeben. Und drittens Frauen, die schwanger waren, die im Anspruch auf die Größe und die verschiedenen Größen neue Ansprüche haben. Davon haben wir uns die Berufseinsteiger ausgewählt, denn bei diesen ist es so, dass 87,4% Tampons nutzen gegenüber Binden und Slip-Einlagen. Das ergibt für uns einen potenziellen Markt von über 6 Millionen Nutzerinnen. Wir bieten das Starterpaket mit kleiner und großer Box für 24 € inklusive Versand und ab da zahlen unsere Kundinnen nur 3,70 € pro Monat. Wir füllen das Paket dann einfach jeden 3. Monat wieder mit Tampons auf. Was wir planen, ist im E-Commerce zu starten, in den stationären Handel zu gehen und dann auch eine B2B-Ausrichtung einzuschlagen. Zum Beispiel könnte das in Ihren Unternehmen stehen, als Tamponspender im Frauenklo. Gemeinsam
sind wir Anni und Sinja von The Female Company und zusammen mit unseren Boys haben wir das Produkt ziemlich cool weiterentwickelt und hatten super interessante Gespräche. Und genau, es gibt nur noch eins zu sagen, wählt einen neuen OB.
Und die Website ist online.
So, liebe Jury. Ich bin gespannt auf die Fragen.
Ja. Das ist ein gutes Thema für ein rein männliches Jury. Ne? Wir müssen also Publikum fragen, bei den Damen. Wer wird da mitmachen?
Sorry about that.
Who would join this kind of model? Which female? Or which boyfriend would like to sponsor it?
Also eine Frage wäre bei dem Preismodell, wie stellt ihr euch die Marge vor? Wie verdient ihr Geld?
Nochmal, bitte? Ich war abgelenkt.
Also Preise habt ihr dargestellt,
Genau.
Wie stellt ihr euch die Marge vor? Wie verdient ihr Geld?
Das Geld verdienen wir dadurch, dass wir am Anfang durch unsere hochwertigen Boxen eine etwas höhere Marge haben und dadurch quasi den Einstieg quasi für uns als den höheren Preiszug haben und langfristig durch die günstigere Preisbindung haben wir eine kleinere Marge, am Anfang 100%, im Abo dann um die 60%, damit wir eben die Kunden auch langfristig binden können und wir haben das berechnet, dass quasi ab einer gewissen Laufzeit das auf jeden Fall quasi dann uns way enough money einbringt.
Genau, also wir erzielen im Prinzip einen Lock-in-Effekt
Genau.
ab dem ersten Kauf, hoffen, dass die uns treu bleiben, dass wir das Marketing cool genug machen und letztendlich sind es keine fiktiven Zahlen, sondern wir haben diese Zahlen von unserem Private Labeler und wir wollen das Projekt auch realisieren.
Ich habe jetzt noch nicht so ganz verstanden, was das Alleinstellungsmerkmal ist, weil ihr seid so eingestiegen mit dieser Glockenkurve und dass man je nachdem vom Fortschritt der Periode irgendwie was anderes benötigen würde. Das taucht dann gar nicht mehr auf, dann wurde es nur noch Bio. Also was ist jetzt eigentlich der Grund, das zu machen?
Genau. Wir haben verschiedene Gründe im Prinzip, deswegen gibt es jetzt nicht das eine, weil jede Frau hat andere Probleme. Das heißt, wir lösen all die. Die Größe lösen wir, indem wir verschiedene Tampongrößen in einer Packung anbieten. Wir sind die Ersten, die das tun. Und es gibt eben noch andere Probleme wie die...
Vielen, vielen Dank an the Fema Company. Genau, einmal den Laptop mitnehmen, eure Props und den Klicker ans Folgeteam weitergeben. So, jetzt müssen wir uns ganz kurz hier aussortieren. Ja, kleinen Moment. So. Okay, next up, yes, yeah. 1 second. Next up is healthy. After that, we're gonna hear the pitch of Bambino Box. Where's Bambino Box? They're over there, yeah. So just be prepared. So give it up for healthy!
Ja, servus, wir sind Chris
und Pauli
und wir stellen euch heute Healthy vor.
Alles begann vor 2 Wochen an einem verregneten Montagnachmittag, als unser Teammember Mark richtig schlechte Laune hatte. Und außerdem ging es ihm auch körperlich nicht gut. Und was er gebraucht hätte, wäre ein richtiger Energy Booster. Aber die Snackbar hatte schon zu und was es dann gab, war nur noch der herkömmliche Getränke- und Snackautomat. Also hatte er die Wahl zwischen Mars, Snickers und vielleicht einem Eis. Und das war alles nichts. Und deshalb haben wir uns gefragt, vielleicht haben noch mehr Leute dieses Problem.
Wir sind rausgegangen nach Stuttgart in die Innenstadt, an die HDM, an die Uni Stuttgart, haben viele Leute befragt und jede zweite hat zu uns gesagt, sie vermissen healthy oder gesunde und frische Snacks im Automaten. Zum einen hat eine Studie in den USA von Chicago gezeigt, dass wenn die Möglichkeit für gesunde Snacks besteht, der Umsatz deutlich steigt. Ein zweites Problem, was wir aus erster Hand wissen von einem anderen Teammitglied, ist, dass es immer mehr gesunde gesunde Food-Startups gibt und die eben keine Möglichkeit haben, in den Lebensmitteleinzelhandel zu kommen.
Und genau hier setzt unsere Lösung an. Das ist Healthy, der Snackautomat von morgen. Dabei bieten wir einen 24/7 Zugriff auf gesunde Produkte von Startups, denen wir damit eine Plattform bieten und gleichzeitig wollen wir zusammenarbeiten mit lokalen und regionalen Bauern, die dort ihre Produkte zur Verfügung stellen können. So, Features haben wir einige und nur auf eins einzugehen, wir wollen diesen Automaten bauen mit dem coolen Look, mit einem riesigen Touchscreen, der die Bedienung extrem benutzerfreundlich macht und der gleichzeitig ein einfaches Bezahlsystem ermöglicht und auch eine Werbefläche für Startups bieten kann.
Wie ihr seht, gibt es auch einige Konkurrenten im Markt, nur wenige. Entweder sind die ungesund und oft verfügbar wie Selecta, oder es gibt einige kleine, die auch in die gesunde Richtung gehen, aber eben nicht für den Massenmarkt geschaffen sind. Das heißt, es gibt kein direktes Bezahlverfahren. Wir starten in einem gesunden Nischenmarkt und wollen uns weiterentwickeln, mittel- und langfristig in einen Markt, wo die Menschen eben in Massen unterwegs sind, wie Bahnhöfen, wie Public Places.
Genau. Ihr fragt euch vielleicht, wie wollen wir in den Markt einsteigen? Das ist gar nicht so leicht. Ja, aber wir wollen zuerst in Coworking Spaces einsteigen. Allein 100 Stück gibt es in Berlin, wo ca. 6.000 Menschen arbeiten, und wir glauben und wissen, dass das genau unsere Zielgruppe ist, weil wir auch mit Leuten gesprochen haben, die Coworking Spaces betreiben, und die haben gesagt, sie könnten sich sehr gut vorstellen, uns aufzunehmen. Alleine mit 10 Automaten hätten wir bereits 10% des Marktanteils.
Genau, warum wir mit 10 Automaten starten, ist, dass wir mit einer GmbH selbst das Investment bringen könnten. Wir hätten mit 10 Automaten im ersten Jahr einen Umsatz von 144.000 € minus den Kosten sogar einen Gewinn von 10.480 €. Sie können, oder ihr könnt euch vorstellen, wenn wir mehr Automaten bringen, ist ein Expansionsmarkt, steigen natürlich auch die Umsätze, Kosten werden höher, aber im Endeffekt sind es auch mehr Gewinne.
Dann ganz kurz zu unserem Logistikmodell, das ist sehr einfach. Wir bestellen die Produkte von den Startups, lagern die in unserem eigenen Lager, erstmal im Großraum Berlin, da fangen wir an. Dann liefern wir das aus mit unserem eigenen Distributor, dafür brauchen wir nur eine Person auf 450 € Basis, und die warten dann auch die Automaten und holen gleichzeitig von den Bioläden und den Bauern die Produkte ab. Und hier sehen wir noch zuerst die Coworking Spaces, dann auf unserer Roadmap wollen wir weitermachen und mehr in den B2C-Markt gehen, Schulen, Universitäten und letztendlich auch öffentliche Plätze und große Unternehmen einnehmen.
Genau, mit dem externen Investment könnten wir auch direkt schon mit einer App starten. Das heißt, wir könnten Kunden gewinnen und binden und zum Beispiel auch Mobile Payment oder Treueaktionen starten.
Last but not least, das ist Healthy, der Breakfast-Automat. So könnte die Zukunft aussehen, ein Automat, in dem ihr euch euer Frühstück liefern lassen könnt und das frisch bereitgestellt wird.
Unser Team und eine Sache, wir sind uns sicher, den Automaten wird es in Zukunft geben. Die Frage ist nur, seid ihr dabei?
Was ist der Preis für so einen Automat? What's the price for this?
Ja, da haben wir recherchiert und es ist wirklich günstiger, als wir es gedacht haben. Also um die 2.500 € würden wir so einen Automaten kriegen und auch customizen können.
Wer trägt das Warenrisiko? Das Warenrisiko, also so ein, weiß ich, Tuna-Sandwich ist ab dem 3. Tag jetzt auch nicht mehr so geil.
Ja, also wir haben uns auch da mehrere Modelle überlegt und auf jeden Fall würden wir anfangs das Warenrisiko oder würden das Risiko tragen, müssten wir auch die Produkte nehmen von den Startups, würden da erstmal in Vorleistungen gehen und hätten eben diesen Lieferanten, den ich auch kurz erwähnt hätte, der wäre auch für die Wartung zuständig, würde auch immer gucken, ob die Produkte noch okay sind. Gerade bei den frischen Produkten muss man natürlich mindestens alle 2-3 Tage schauen.
Aber habt ihr das einkalkuliert?
Genau, das ist drin. Ja. Also wir kaufen auch auf Kommission, das Modell gibt es auch, gerade bei den Riegeln, die sind ja zum Beispiel gesunde Riegel, 1,5 Jahre haltbar.
Also ich verstehe, warum die Zielgruppe das braucht, dieses Futter. Warum braucht ihr da einen neuen Automaten für? Warum muss man komplett neuen Automaten entwickeln?
Also wir haben ja schon gesagt, die Konkurrenz ist einmal Selecta und die haben den Großteil des Marktes, das ist keine Frage, aber das Modell läuft gut für die und wir sind uns sehr sicher, dass die nicht in dieses neue Modell einsteigen würden, und gleichzeitig wollen wir auch uns differenzieren über das Layout von dem Automaten, was wir gezeigt haben, bis hin zu Urban Gardening, und wir glauben, dass gerade das Design auch sehr viele Leute ansprechen würde und wir auch durch App und so weiter einen deutlichen Mehrwert bieten würden.
Genau, und was auch wichtig ist bei uns auch mal zu sagen, wir haben die Food-Startups, die nicht in den Lebensmitteleinzelhandel kommen. Und das heißt, wenn es einen Riegel gibt, der Ihnen schmeckt oder dir schmeckt, dann musst du auch wirklich zu dem Automaten gehen. Es gibt ihn nicht im Lebensmitteleinzelhandel.
Okay, then please give it up for Healthy. Thank you very much, Team Healthy. The clicker, please hand over the clicker to the team. So you need a second mic? Okay, just a second. After Bambino Box, the team which is coming up now, it's going to be Spice Time or Condi. You guys are prepared? I see them over there. Spice Time or Condi, right? Okay, so please give it up for Bambino Box!
All right, so hello, all of you. We are Bambino Box. It's me, Tom, Valerie, and Celine. And we just start right now with Celine.
Probably most of you aren't parents yet, but I'm sure you will understand the problem that we're trying to solve. Everyone knows that children are growing up very fast, especially in the few first years. The result is you have to buy new clothes permanently. This is very exhausting, and at the end, it could look like this.
Oh, sorry.
So you have to invest lots of money in clothes that doesn't fit anymore and aren't even outworn.
Yeah, but you ask yourself, do you really want to spend so much money on brand clothes, or do you want to really spend so much money on it because the kids just wear it a few months and then they don't have any use at all? So, but you want to have brand clothing and quality clothing, but you don't want to spend so much. So how could we solve this problem?
So yeah, we've created a platform where you can register, and it probably will look like this. Here you can choose between if you have a boy or a girl. Next you can choose the style, so if it's like more like a classy, a chic, or natural, or sporty. And then you tell us the size. And with this information, we can put 7 pieces of clothes in your box. This also matches to the season of the year. It could, for example, look like this. You have 1 winter jacket, 2 sweaters, 2 shirts, and 2 pants. Some of these clothing are completely new because we buy them from brands directly, and some are second-hand, so from people that send in their used stock of clothes, and we will first check them if they still look all right, because we only take what looks like new. And we use the subscription model, so you pay monthly, and one subscription lasts for 1 year. You order 4 boxes in 1 year, and you can send them back after a while, and when you send it back, you will receive a new box with better fitting size clothing.
Yeah, so to sum it up, we can say with our concept, brands are more affordable for parents, and you don't have to go on exhausting shopping tours, and you don't have to worry about getting rid of old clothes. And another part is that you are being part of a sustainable community. Yeah. And if you ask yourself how we make money out of this, with a growing number of customers, we use the scale effects to gain money.
And because it's a subscription model, we will get parts out of this, and yeah, the more people being part of it, the more money we can get. Yeah.
So that was our presentation. Thank you for attention.
I just Googled Kinderkleider zweite Hand, and there are a lot of providers, Wichtelfee, second hand, and so on. So what is your USP compared to all these which are on the market already?
There's nothing exactly like our model because we have this rental principle. There are some competitors that use the principle of sending boxes with clothes, but in, for example, Kindu or something, you have to pay for them and you keep them. So it's not a rental model. And on the other hand, there's also a model where you,
There's one model with the boxes. It still exists. You can you get boxes, but you have to pay them, and it's not a rental form. But there are some platforms which have a rental thing. But we combine the boxes thing with the rental stuff, and that's our model. Yeah, and that's not existing yet.
Okay, so I'm a dad myself, so I can imagine the situation, and I have a very personal opinion regarding this business model, but this personal opinion doesn't matter. So did you talk to actual parents, what they think about your idea?
Yeah, there are many people, parents that are convinced that the second-hand using form is good because people are, yeah, they, wie soll ich es beschreiben?
They already, most of the parents already use second-hand clothes, so it's not a problem about the second-hand thing. It's more to go to like, how you say it, Flohmarkt and stuff.
Market.
Yeah, and therefore our model would be a good opportunity to get to second-hand clothes and new. And
you don't have to worry about to get rid of the clothes. So.
Thank you very much, Team Bambino Box. And next up, and you can already grab the mic, is Team Condi or Spice Time, as they were called on Friday. The team after this is going to be Rock My Sleep, the team with the lullabies. Okay, so give it up for Team Condi!
So, this is not my grandma, but my grandma is the best cook in the world. So, she was, but then she got a little bit afraid because her hands got a little bit shaky and her eyesight wasn't the best anymore. So she didn't want to use the spices anymore. And I understand it because it's very complicated to open, to dose. And I asked myself, why isn't it just as easy as pushing a button and then you will get the product? Like with Condi. This machine you can put into your kitchen, and for it, yes, there are 12 to 18 spices in it, and 3 grinders. You just choose your spice, and then the amount, like just a knife tip, or a teaspoon or a tablespoon. Then you get a cup, and the mix will come out. You put it in your pan, and it tastes perfect. Of course, you've got an app where you can also modify the machine, and you can pick your favorites. You choose and find other recipes, and you can join the community. So, what does it mean for my grandma? She could be independent again, and can cook on her own, and will be free to follow her passion for cooking. And this concept will improve life quality. Where do we start? We want to go to the fairs in Germany at first, so to make the product famous. Afterwards, when it's famous and everybody wants it, then we can go to the wholesalers, for example, and they will sell the product for us. So our first target group is, like I said, elderly people and people with a handicap, and of course also institutions like medical and caring institutions. What are the competitors? There are no, actually, because, for example, the electric grinders, they only mix give you one spice. There are a lot of spice mixes, but it's not the same, and there are like dispensers, but they don't merge the product into one mix. So this is a basic product, but there is a lot of room for improvement. For the next step will be that we will sell the spices on our own with a partner, so we can be sure there is a continuous revenue, and the customers will be the customer relationship will get stronger and the community grows. Then the future vision would be to make it more personal, so we get another target group. For example, with data mining or AI, we could make it so personal, the machine already knows what your taste is and gives you always the perfect mix. Okay, the pricing model. we asked a lot of people on the streets, and they said they would pay like 100 euros, and we said 120 would be okay. So the production cost is 35, and we need 180,000 so we can begin. So spice making easy.
Thank you very much. Come on, guys, give her an extra applause for leaving her comfort zone and pitching in English. Okay, questions.
So, what was the role with the mobile app behind? Didn't got it.
Yeah, it's easier to sit there and just choose your spices.
Okay, so you think your grandma could use your mobile app instead of the...
Definitely, yes. Yes. You think elderly people are not able to use mobile phones or tablets, but some of them are pretty into it, I promise. I don't know, how many of your grandmas, grandpas have a mobile or a tablet? Half.
What's your estimate on the cost of one of the machines? How much does it cost to produce one?
It's already gone.
It's gone.
35. It's 35 years production costs. When you produce it in Germany with a decent standard of quality.
So I'm thinking of my color printer, and the ink color printers, you always run out of one color. So I think I would probably run out of one single spice. How are you going to send that one individual glass of black pepper? Next week is going to be the salt, and then the following week we're going to have parsley that's missing. How's that going to work?
It's moduled, so you just change one spice. And in the future, because of the IoT, it could also be possible that the machine reorders the spices by itself, of course. Yes.
So are there any other potential customer groups than your grandma?
Yes, like half of the persons between 30 and 50 right now would be interested if it would be more developed, because it's really easy to use, and you would it would be less time to.
Thank you very much, Team Condi.
Less time to spice your meal.
Thank you very much. Don't forget your laptop, please. Next up is Rock My Sleep. Give over the clicker, yes. Ein oder zwei Mikros?
One, the long one.
Here. Bitteschön. Okay. We have three, including Rock My Sleep, we have 3 more pitches, so stick with us.
You're the father of the judges, right? There's a gift to you. I will let you know when you can open it.
Okay. After Rock My Sleep, we gonna hear the pitch of Better Move. Yeah. Better Move? Where are they? Okay, good. So, give it up for Rock My Sleep. Woo!
Hi guys, I'm Michael. I'm a father of 2 kids, and before the kids were born, my life looked somehow like that. So I'm a rock and alternative enthusiast, Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam, Metallica, you know it. Since my kids are born, my evening sounds more like this. So this sound brings my kid to sleep. There's like a Spieluhr you have to pull 20 to 30 times a night. They're 3-year-old. You know how many times I heard this song. I wanted to change that. That brought me here. We are Rock My Sleep, and our vision of future baby sleep looks like that. You You recognize the song, right? It's a Guns N' Roses song in a baby version, slower, xylophone, baby sleeps, daddy sleeps, everybody's happy. That's the vision. And that's our product. It's called the Little Rocky. So it contains 10 songs of your favorite band. It's 45 minutes of playing. You don't have to pull nothing. It's just playing your favorite songs. It has an intelligent wake-up detector. So once you leave the room, the kid wakes up. It starts automatically. Kids fall asleep. Everybody's happy. Of course, kids can eat that thing because it's very important, as we learned. It's eco-certified and so on. We left the building. We went to shops, premium shops. They love the product. They want to get their hands on. They want to sell it for 45 euro, which is much more than we expected, which is good for our business case. We talked to customers. They liked it too, but we have to find music enthusiasts. So not everybody is really taking care about music, but we believe they are easy to target. Facebook, concerts, and so on. People who love music will love the product, we're sure, but we have to test it. We're not there yet. This is how music looks. Music is not music. Not everybody likes rock. We have the hip-hop bear, we have the we have the pop bear and the classic bear, and of course the rock bear. And these are actually the artists that we can make available already, 70 plus, so 800 different songs of real artists. And we will license that music coming from a label from US. So who's interested in that? We have almost 800,000 babies per year. We know 90% have this damn thing, if not 2 or 3. So we took 90% and we come roughly, 10% is our aim for the next years, we come roughly about 3 million. That's a conservative one, that's the world, or Europe. So it looks quite interesting. This is the competition. So on the left side, the boring thing. This is the music we will use. CDs are dead, that's why we came up with this idea. Up there we see our competition. There is one bear out there in the world in Spain that plays old music. So we can differentiate easy and we can target our audience much easier. What else? We have to speed up a bit. This is how we want to sell. Amazon, mini web shop, baby boutiques. This is the awesome team. Michael, the tech guy. Kenya, the number cruncher, and me, the designer and father. And we want to rock my sleep. Help us. Woo! Come on stage, team. You're allowed to open your present now, father. You can get your hands on the first Rocky. But you can ask the questions, of course.
Okay. Questions. Who wants to ask the first question?
It's the big market outside there with kids baby market, right? How do you make sure it's not going to be copied?
What can be copied? The music?
Or the idea?
Well, the idea could be copied theoretically. We will have the music if we have the license, so we have kind of a big Vorsprung because we have already 70 artists and they have already the license with the artists and so on. So they cannot copy Jay-Z anymore, so we have them, yeah. Yeah. And we have the vision.
What is the planned production cost of your product?
I hand that over now to the number girl.
Well, we planned that it will cost like 14 euros in total. Like 5 euros for the electronic, 4 euros for the teddy, and for packaging, shipping and storage like 1 euro and 4 euro for Amazon. So it would be like 14. And if we want to sell it for 45, then we have a margin of 31.
If we sell it directly.
If we sell it directly, yes.
More questions?
Well, one thing that this product actually has to deliver is that the kid sleeps, right? It's not only about the music, but that the kid sleeps. So did you test this with other, like this other music on kids?
Well, I love this product since 5 years. So I bought 20 of the CDs and tried them all. They were all falling asleep. I gave that already as a gift, which is, by the way, another audience that we discovered. It's a nice gift and it's a well-known gift for newborns. and I got good feedback, so nobody said, I'm sleeping but not my kids. I'm sure it works.
Quick last question. 7 seconds? No? Okay, please give it up for Rock My Sleep!
So what we do need is somebody for marketing, if somebody is interested.
Okay, thank you very much. So next up is Better Move. And then last but not least, Team Box Start. Are they, yeah? Okay, did we lose someone on the way? Anyone who wasn't on the list? Okay, any missing team? All right. So do you need a second mic? No? Then give it up for Team Better Move.
Welcome to our fitness studio. Meet our fitness studio owner, Tom. Tom owns the studio. He has a lot of trainers, but he has one problem. He can't look at all of his members while they're training and if they're doing their exercises in a right manner. On the other hand, we have Stipe. Stipe is a highly motivated, super young, fit guy, and he wants to do sports. He's here in the fitness studio for the second time, and he tries his exercises without his trainer. Look at him. Something is wrong. He's doing something completely wrong. How can we help him? Is there a trainer somewhere? I can't find one, but we can help him with this innovation. It's our 3D web software where Stipe can look at himself doing the exercises, and our solution will help him to improve his workout with showing him where to move his hands and dignitizing where he is, how he's doing the exercises, and if he's doing them wrong or right, and he will improve his training experience. Who's our market? We have 8,700 studios, studio owners like Tom, which problem we could solve. On the other hand, we have 10 million German people registered in fitness studios. Fitness studios are a still growing market. In the last 10 years, it had expanded its members in 100%, which is incredible for us, and it's still growing, the market of memberships. What's our costs and revenues? First of all, we have this big development costs. It's the basic software we have to do on first. But then we want to get a revenue out of the studios per year, about 108K. What are our streams? How do we make money out of this model? First of all, we want to license this software. We want to offer our software solutions to different studios, and they can implement them to support their trainers and to give a benefit to their customers who come to the fitness studios. But then we have this whole big network of monitors in the studios, which we can monitorize with advertising. So we have this big group of advertisers who could put their advertisement on our billboards with this very specific group of customers. And our last thing is our vision of this first very simple solution. We can use the people, we can remodify our product and add some add-ons to it. It's not only the solution how you do your exercises, but you can also implement some gamification into this software and not replace, but you can support the trainers in the fitness companies. And this is how we want to expand and how we want to gain some revenue. And with this way, we could do 2,000K within 1 year with the first big invest. And I think with our team, this is possible.
Okay, judges, questions.
Are you how you will face the data privacy. So I see a solution where a customer sees his own face, his own training, and I would care as a user what's happening with my data, with my video.
Well, I think the thing. Oh, you could.
So the video is not stored. It's just like a mirror. So I see myself in the mirror, and I get some suggestions, but the data are not stored on a server or something.
Sorry, suggestions come from where? Is this artificial intelligence, or where does it come from?
Basically, we monitor the position. That's software which reads it out. So it's really simple. Just with the butterfly as an example, you have the elbows which have to have a certain position. You can see that simply, and
it's a 3D version. It's a 2D version. We could have used a bigger version with 3D and a lot of cameras, but we figured out that it's way easier and we can do it a lot less pay intense or cost intense.
More questions? Anyone? Markus?
Do you think there's enough space in front of the devices?
Well,
the most gyms I know, there isn't. For the monitors, the screens.
We actually found a pilot customer who would be willing and ready to let us place the screens to test the model, and that was absolutely not a problem for him. So.
It could be the size of an iPad. It hasn't been that big. We can only click it on the machine. It shouldn't be. It hasn't been that big. It's only for the presentation.
Thank you very much, team. Better move. All right, guys. Yeah, just take the chair maybe as well, so we can have like a good look on the last pitch. So last but not least, give it up for Team Boxstart.
Hi everybody, we are Boxstart. Bock was zu starten? Yeah! All right. Woohoo! So for us it's all about the passion, right? But before we get started, let me ask you something, right? I want you to ask yourself for 2 seconds, why are you here? Also you judges, what is your motivation? Why are you here? I believe all the answers to this question is going to be like, yeah, we are interested in new stuff, we are creative, and we also like to get shit done, right? That's what we're doing here. But if we go a little bit further down that path, I think we were going to reach like a common ground for all of us. It's called passion. We're all awesome, passionate people, right? So our intention is like to level this passion up to a platform called Boxstart.de. But how do we do this? Like, let's get a little bit specific. So let's take this very Startup Accelerate weekend, right? 150 people, 13 projects, working together. We are all talented, but now let's like look in the future. Like 3 weeks from now, for example, to be honest, I think not more than 2 or 3 projects will still be alive. But projects are gone, but you people are still there, right? You still have your talents. You still have your talents. You're still interested, right? And you still are passionate. So we don't want to lose you. You don't want to lose yourselves without our community, right? So we want to put the community around all of us, right? So we want to give you the opportunity, even if your projects die, you can like continue on collaborating on new projects in the future. And yeah, don't get lost. Okay, so this is how Boxstart works, right? So we have like users here on the top. Then we have, for example, projects, all kinds of projects. So for now, just like focus on the startup world, right? And we're gonna match them according to their interest and skill level. Like, so, okay, projects have skills, users have skills, it's gonna be a match, right? So now I want you to widen your view a little bit because now we're getting more towards our vision. So, for example, my friend Jimmy, he loves tree houses, right? Doesn't give a shit about startups. So, but we also want to acquire these people, right? because they're also passionate, even though they don't give a shit about startups. So keep these treehouse in mind, and I will give over to Stefan, talking about a little business.
All right, let's talk a little bit business. So we came up with basically 4 different business or ways to monetize this. My personal favorite is personalized ads. So think of Jimmy building a treehouse, or of the Spice Group building their prototype for their spicing machine. The spicing machine guys, they would be extremely interested that right now there's a special offer in the supermarket around the corner. So what I'm saying is we get the people at a very specific point of time when they are active and doing something, creating something. Though they are way more willing to actually click on our advertisement than if they just were surfing on Facebook. Second, we offer premium service or a freemium software. That works. If you look at meetup.com, we, for instance, could offer that you can join projects for free. If you want to host one, you have to pay. Then we could think of offering offline, real physical working spaces, which people could actually rent and start their iteration phases and prototyping in. And finally, if they use like 3D printing, tools, drilling machines, they could pay us for actually using these drilling machines.
All right, this is our awesome team. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, last questions from the judges. Anyone?
How do you, I mean, in terms of community, it's always a challenge. How do you reach the people? So what's your approach? How do you get into the market?
Yeah, really, thank you for that question, because it's our most dominant question. We have the problem as any social network to reach the critical mass. So we thought we have to gather all the interests. So we have to specify on the interest, and we have to focus locally. So that's, for instance, why this startup community in Stuttgart could be our way to kickstart this, to get a first critical mass, this thing running, and then it can go on from and grow bigger and bigger once we have an active community in a localized place. So startup community is a good way because they are active and they want to try new things. Other ways could be social workers. So we were very interested in the talk from the other team, or communities like that.
Just a little attachment to that. So through this weekend, we received like 30 registrations on our platform and 40 likes on Facebook. So thank you all for that. Thank you so much.
So how does your pricing model looks like?
You talk about freemium? Or when you say pricing model, what is?
Your paid services, the things you earn money with.
Yeah, that's freemium. So this model would look like if you can come in and start projects for free, you have to pay nothing. If you want to start a project, you have to pay in once €2 per project, or you start a monthly subscription for €5 a month.
Or for example, which is really interesting for us, if for example the cool designer who likes to produce a surfboard on the weekend, we could go together with like local Home Depots and get like a package together, which he can buy, for example, like wood, drillers, whatsoever. We're gonna put that shit all together and supply it. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Boxstad. And those were the pitches. So give yourself a big round of applause to every team. Remember Friday evening? We told you it's all about the learning experience. Obviously also to create a business or a business model out of your business idea, but the learning experience is very important as well. So did you guys learn anything during this weekend? Yes? Did you make some friends? Yeah? Did you also meet? Sorry, what? You managed to keep your friends. Oh my God, that's the best achievement. Big round of applause for keeping your friends. Hi, that happened before, you know. The team split up, they never talked to each other again. That might happen at the start of weekend as well. So I'm very glad you learned some stuff, that you met some awesome people. Remember, hopefully you met your future co-founders here. So not necessarily in your team, but maybe in other teams. So please stay connected. I'm gonna give you a few more hints in a couple of seconds how you can stay connected. This is that too. This is again, from my side, a big thank you to the organizers, the sponsors, the partners, the mentors, and the judges! Woo! So there are a few mentors here as well tonight, and we didn't honor them properly until now. So I want to ask them to stand up quickly, so we see you again. Please don't be shy. Stand up and give them a big round of applause. Woo! So thanks again to you guys, because you had the tough part to ask all the hideous questions and ask them, okay, you should get out of the building, you should, this idea is not working at all, you should pivot. So this is amazing. Thanks again for your time, your commitment, also to the judges, of course, for coming in on a Sunday evening. And we have another speaker here, one of our very own Stuttgart, successful Stuttgart entrepreneurs, Startup Weekend veteran as well. So he has been a judge a couple of times. The first time I think was 2011, we talked about that. He is the founder and the CEO of Regiohelden. So who doesn't know Regiohelden yet? Oh my God, Felix, you have to like bring some convincing to this speech as well. So please welcome on stage Felix Heiser from Regiohelden.
Thanks, Kathleen. I will tell you about Regiohelden, okay? But first I want to tell a little story. A couple of weeks ago, I turned 30. Right? And I felt a little sad and I felt a little old, especially when I look at a crowd like this. So I started reflecting on my life and some good things that have happened to me, great people I met, success I had in my business, and asked myself how I managed to get to the point where I am today. And basically, it all boils down to a decision I made 11 years ago, and the decision was to become an entrepreneur. It was a great time, 2006, lot of startups being successful in Berlin, so that was my inspiration basically, and I did what anybody would do. I just quit my job and started my own company, and it failed horribly, right? But in the process, I learned immense amounts, and I grew as a person. So what I did is I started an online business, an e-commerce site where we sold music over the internet. Didn't work, a shitty business model. I don't recommend you to go in that space. But I did it for 2 years and learned about how to build a business plan, how to build a product, how to assemble a team, how to talk to an investor. And I got so many great learnings that I see the failure I had in the business rather as my own apprenticeship in entrepreneurship, basically. Just think about it. Just think about what you have learned in the last 2 days. I bet there's anybody here who would say he has learned more in the last 2 days than in the last 2 months combined. And that's startup life. Now imagine getting those learnings, not for 2 days, but for 2 years. This is what I did. with lots of failures, lots of setbacks. I got smarter, got to know great people who I could learn from. So this was my apprenticeship, which led me to found the company I run today, which is called Regiohelden. I learned a lot about online marketing in my first business. I learned how Google works, how to do search engine optimization, how to build a website, to do conversion optimization, stuff like this. And I realized there was a huge potential to do online marketing for small and medium-sized businesses. Friends of mine approached me, a friend who was a dentist, not a friend who was a lawyer, and they wanted to use the internet for their businesses. And this is the idea on which I founded Regiohelden. Today we're one of the largest providers for local online marketing, basically. We have more than 300 employees in 10 different locations in Germany. So in this category, we're one of the biggest. And we're here in Stuttgart, lots of students from HTM working at our company. So just to say, if you want to have a cool job later on, you can apply at Regiohelden. But if you want to have an even cooler job, you got to be your own boss. And this is what I learned during the process, basically, during the foundation of my company in the years since. I've been doing that for 8 years. We took on lots of venture capital, close to 10 million. I sold the business 2.5 years ago for more than 20 million to a media company in Germany, grew the team, learned a lot about culture, about processes, about systems, and all that. So I would never want to miss all the experiences, the good ones and the bad ones, basically. And this is also what I recommend to you. I think what you can take away from a weekend like this is, first of all, it's all about learning and growth. I think everybody here learned some things. Kathleen talked about it. And if you want to be successful in the startup world, you have to learn outside of university. You have to go out, talk to people in startups, go to startup events, watch the TED Talks, listen to the podcasts and all that. So I want you to use every chance to get a learning opportunity. Second thing I want to recommend to you is don't get down by setbacks or failures. A setback or a failure is just an opportunity to learn and to grow. And I've never heard a successful startup story where the person didn't have a roller coaster with lots of downs and lots of pressure and stress and anxieties and all that. So building a startup is really tough. It's really hard. It's hard mentally, it's hard physically. So it's one of the hardest jobs I know that exists, but it's also the most rewarding job, I think. So, and the third recommendation for you would be to keep on learning outside events like this. If you want to found your first startup, just go out and do it. You will never regret it, even if it fails. If you want to learn about how a startup works, start doing an internship at a startup, start working full-time, try to get a job with the founder. I'm in a lucky position that I now can invest money in other companies, invest in young people and talents, and this is one of the most rewarding things I do today. So here in Stuttgart, with business partners, we founded 7 companies today, all in the internet space, all startups, ranging from 5 years of existence to less than 1 year. And if you really are serious about building a startup and working in a startup, I recommend you to look at those companies and try to work there and get as much experience as possible. This is what I'm building with my business partners. We're trying to build kind of a startup traineeship where the best people can join startups for 3-month periods, like work 3 months in one company, 3 months in the next one, 3 months in another one, with the founders, not in some remote part of the business where you don't learn stuff, but with the founders to get a feeling of what it actually feels to build a startup. So if anybody of you is interested in that, just just look me up and contact me. We take the best people in this program and try to build, try to train lots of people in what it takes to be a great entrepreneur. So you took the first step today. Congratulations on that. I hope a lot of steps will follow. And I love the pitches. Can't wait for the final judgment. And I give it back to Kathleen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Felix, for this inspirational talk. So this is one important thing I realized in the past couple of years. We need more role models like Felix. especially in those smaller cities like Stuttgart, not where like the big startup hubs are, like London or Berlin. So this is perfect, and people giving back to the community, reinvesting the money they made from their big exit, and that's amazing. So that's why I also love this initiative of Maultaschen VC. So thanks again, Felix, for giving back as well. Before we announce the final winners, I think Niels Höchstyle has a few words to say as well.
So thank you very much. First of all, for coming to HDM, Stuttgart Media University this weekend. It's the 5th time we've been hosting the Startup Weekend. It's the first time we've done it in English. I really want to thank the team because keep in mind it's student run. So Hannah and Florian have been working with those students to get it together, but really all this, including the Entrepreneurship Education Summit, has been organized by students. So thank you very, very much for spending your time. If you're new to HDM, I would love to have you here next year again. If you're a student who has liked it, please give back next year, take part in that. And the other thing I was asked, why are we doing it? I think it's about putting Stuttgart on the map. We had people from Israel, people from the North America here, and they all were amazed what's happening here in Stuttgart in the startup scene. We are simply not on the map. And those events like this can put us on the map. I think it's also great to see that at least 3 out of the 4 most important universities here in Stuttgart are here, with Andreas, with Klaus being here, taking part as judge, taking part as mentor. And I think that's the next step to work together here in Stuttgart. And again, once more, I think we have a lot to offer. We're not the second Silicon Valley. But Sean Brannigan put it in a nice way. You're like St. Louis or like Rochester. Important cities with a vibrant startup scene. And this is what you should aim for. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Niels. And before I give a little speech about what's happening next, I would also like to thank the judges again. And we have a few little presents for you. So the amazing organizing team is supporting me. Thanks again for coming in on Sunday evening, taking the time to judge the teams. I know this is a tough thing, especially if you have family. So give them a big round of applause again. And guys, just bring over the gifts. And while the team is giving out the gifts, I just want to, basically, Felix mentioned all the stuff I want to tell you again. It's not all the teams obviously are continuing after the startup weekend, but it's more about the experience. So for example, with my first startup weekend I participated, the team, we continued to work for 6 months. We at some point decided to close down the project and not continue to work, but I'm still friends with those guys. I'm still friends with all the amazing 25 people I met at the first Startup Week in Stuttgart in 2010. Harald is sitting in the back. He was hosting the first one in the first co-working 07 So thanks again for Harald. It's still, and this sounds nostalgic, but after I've probably been to 30 or more startup weekends, it's still my favorite startup weekend event ever, because this has changed my life and so many lives of other people. That was at a time where nobody knew about startups in Germany, and it's amazing, and I love to see what has happened in Stuttgart in the past couple of years. So much stuff happened, and everybody's talking about startups and accelerators now, and that's amazing. That's the way to go. As Niels mentioned, we need to put the cities, also the smaller communities, on the map. So please stay in touch. Remember, teams are more important than ideas. If you decide to found a company, it will be like a marriage with your co-founders. So be sure that you really, really want to do this. Work together with them for a couple of months before founding that company, because it's important that you know each other's strengths and weaknesses. And yes, you will fail, and that's okay, as Felix mentioned before. This is just the way it is. And you will actually learn much more from the failures than the good things you did. That's definitely true. So don't stop learning. Most importantly, don't stop going to startup weekends. There's lots of other stuff. As I mentioned on Friday, the Startup Weekend community is huge. There are other stuff. Besides Startup Weekend, there's the Startup Digest. There's one in Stuttgart, and for other like cities in Europe and all over the place, there's a Startup Week. So maybe at some point we could also put together a Startup Week, like a week full of startup events all over the place. Yeah. I think that's the Techstars network. So they have lots of mentors, lots of programs, actually lots of cities. They are present with the accelerator programs. So you don't have a fast track in the Techstars accelerator programs, but you're part of this Techstars community now. So it is a bit easier for you guys if you decide you want to enter an accelerator program. Also, obviously, maybe help to organize the next startup weekend here in Stuttgart or any other city. I've seen quite a few people in Europe basically moving around several cities, just helping out, organizing several startup weekends. It's an amazing way to get to know new people if you move to a new place. And attend the next event in your city, of course. So the next one, definitely next year, maybe a smaller one in the meantime, we don't know. Also, obviously, help us improve. So if you have any feedback, there's going to be a feedback form which will be sent out to you guys by Techstars. But if you have any instant feedback, please come to me or Niels or Hannah or Tim from the organizing team. We always have open ears to improve those event formats. But now, finally, yes! We have actually, I just have to count again. I think we have 6 winners tonight. Yes. And this is my last advice, and I'm always saying that at any pitch competition I'm moderating. If you're not winning tonight, please don't be sad. It's not about this final prize. It's about the learning experience you had. And remember, after the pitch is before the pitch. So there's probably definitely gonna be another one at some point. And I hope, especially those who pitched the first time in front of such a big audience in English tonight, they really went outside their comfort zone. And that's my biggest goal for you guys. So give yourself again a big round of applause for doing this. I'm very proud. So I have the winning teams on a piece of paper because it has happened to me before that I had them on slides and then it all got mixed up and it got a bit complicated. So first of all, I have the help of my judges to help me with the prize announcement, and then we have the organizing team giving out the prizes as well. So first of all, Marcus is going to help me with the mentors pick. So give a big applause to Marcus again, one of our judges.
Thank you, Kathleen. So I would like to talk for all the mentors over here with my, let's say, my very own interpretation. I ask myself, or we judges ask ourselves, what are the, let's say, the essentials of a successful startup? The essentials. A team, passion, idea is always good, yeah. But I would like to say, cool founders with a real personality, first. Second, a vision. A vision, higher. Third, a very clear business model, not too complicated, not hidden revenue streams somewhere, a clear business model. And last but not least, a cool product, of course. And let's say a product nobody wants to talk about. A product, even half of us have no fucking idea what are the pains behind. And probably the female do. Any idea? Come on, the female. Female.
The winners of the Mentors Pick is the female company!
Dafür bist du zuständig. Das kannst du dann machen.
All right, big congratulations, big respect that you pulled in all the guys into your team. That's the most amazing thing. So we're gonna have some presents as well. Right in the middle, in between. The mascot. Habt ihr das Tampon noch irgendwo? Okay, we're gonna figure that out. Okay.
I'm scared enough.
You're scared enough. Okay. So please come in the middle, that we can take the picture. And you guys can already start to hand out the gifts. So this is the mentor's pick. Now I'm a bit scared as well. Wir machen auch nochmal eine Final. So, give the team again a big round of applause for the Mentor's Pick. Glückwunsch, haut rein. Alles Gute euch. Ja? All right, next up, we're gonna give out the most unusual as a prize, and Raymond is helping me with this prize. So Raymond, why did the judges pick this team for the most unusual prize?
All right, for market, we always care about, for innovation, we care about what's the market, and let's say the food industry has become pretty relevant now. People see every day, every night, some kind of food shows on television. You also see companies like Thermomix doing individualization. So in terms of something unique, we believe that Condi is qualified.
Give it up for Condi, your spice assortment company. And a big round of applause for Sophie again. She was so shattering during your pitch, but she did an amazing job. So congrats for the most unusual. Woohoo! And then obviously we need a picture, a group picture. Raymond, please, don't be shy. There's our photographer. Thank you very much. All the best to you guys. I hope you continue to make your grandma proud and everybody else to give out the best spices in the world. Thank you. Big round of applause for them. Okay, next up, Social Innovative, and Jens is going to help me. So, Jens is telling us why this team won or was picked for the Social Innovative prize.
All right, thank you. So the previous group, when they did their presentation, they talked about the grandmother who didn't have the spices anymore. I will take 1 minute to talk about my grandmother. And she once said, you know, so you went to university, you're a smart guy, you got a PhD, and it's all about earning money, right? Well, she said, tell you what, if you die, I've never heard a person who says, I wish I had worked more. But the question is, have you made a difference? Have you made memories? Have you touched somebody's life? So with that in mind, I think all of you are going to be hopefully very successful in life. But hopefully you're also going to be successful touching somebody's life, touching somebody's mind, making memories. So with that in mind, we as judges looked at all the projects, and we thought the one project, the one team that has the potential to touch people's lives is Volunteero.
Volunteero! Woo! Yes! You made it! You did it! And it's actually the Startup Weekend obviously is a perfect place to launch such a project, because this is all about volunteering and giving back to the startup community. So all the best to you guys. Very proud of you that you pushed through. And there's more coming. There's more chocolate by Ritter Sport, obviously. So give them again a big round of applause, and we're gonna take a picture. All right, we are not finished yet. Sorry for that. So next up are Andreas and Simon for the Best Pitch Award. And you know, guys, sometimes this happens. Oh, we have one prize, but there are two teams which are really close together, and we're not sure. And then Neil said, oh, we have enough books and presents. We can give out 2 prizes. That's fine. So there's going to be 2 teams for this Best Pitch Award. And Andreas and Simon are going to tell us why they were chosen by the judges.
Okay, Nick. So we were just trying to somehow organize that. So Best Pitch Award, obviously, I think most of you here in the room probably know Guy Kawasaki, and Guy once said that to get a presentation right, you probably have to do it 30 times. And after you pitched 30 times, then your pitch is just perfect. And therefore, it's probably very, very impressive to have a pitch that is convincing, that is confident, and that somehow energizes people after just 54 hours. And this is the reason why we decided to award this Best Pitch Award, and there will be 2 companies, but I won't tell you yet. I'd rather listen to Simon whether he has to add something to that.
So thank you to you all. We've seen a lot of very nice pitches this night. And what makes a pitch very nice? So is you have very short amount of time, and there were some that were really great in visualization, and especially in touching our emotions. So 2 of them were really excited. So I will point out one of them, and one of them will be the Rock My Sleep.
Rock My Sleep! Best pitch! Woo! Andreas, who's the second team?
The second team that did an excellent pitch tonight is InnoTaste.
So, congratulations to both teams! So please approach. Yeah, we're gonna do like a double picture. Losing already the gummy bears. Congratulations to both teams for rocking this finals of Startup Weekend Stuttgart. Give them a big round of applause again. And there is the picture. Okay, thank you again, teams. And although you didn't win the overall winner, I hope you will continue. I'm pretty sure that at least you guys will continue, which is amazing. And I hope to see you soon at some other events. Okay, there's more gifts getting out there. And now, last but not least, Felix will help me with the overall winner. So a team where the judges thought they got it right, they convinced us, and Felix might be able to tell us a bit more what came through the judges' mind, why they choose that team. Felix, maybe a few words?
Sure, thanks. Only one more to go. And me as an investor, and I think all the judges in their discussion, I like simple business models, right? Usually the simple business models are the successful ones. And when I look at a company with a simple business model, it has to solve a real issue, to solve a real pain point, basically. This is what I'm looking for as an investor. And I'm also looking for a big market. Not a niche product, but a big opportunity where lots of people have a big pain that can be solved by the problem. And I look for great teams. Teams that are charismatic, that have energy, and can also verbalize their business idea in a clear picture in a nice pitch. And tonight we saw one company who did all of those things particularly well. And although I think I will never have to use the product, the overall winner is the female company.
Woohoo! Once again, congratulations! Hey, don't forget the prop. Don't forget the prop. Okay, so this is like the most surprising part of this evening, because we have an all-male judge panel, and the overall winner of the startup weekend is a product for like women, which is amazing. That's the best part of all. So congratulations again. So there again, photo. Okay, guys, I wish you all the best. I wish all the teams all the best, as all those who didn't take a place with them tonight or didn't make it to the finals. Don't be sad. Please join us again for the next startup weekend. And now we have a couple of minutes left to make some party here. And I hope you enjoyed this weekend, and see you very soon again. Thank you, Stuttgart!